The topic is using fundamental identities to find the exact values of the remaining trig functions. So let's do this example. Use the fundamental identities to find the exact values of the remaining trig functions of x, given that sine is equal 1 over square root of 15, cosine is less than 0. So first we are looking for the cosine, sine, tangent, and then secant, cosecant, and cotangent. So what's given? The only thing that's given is a sine, which is 1 over square root of 15. So we have to find all the rest. So basically, this is the definition. We have to use some of the identities to find the rest. And of course, since we have a sine, by looking at these identities, we can use number 1 to find the sine. So let's do it here. We know that the cosine square plus sine square is equal to 1, which means subtract cosine square from both sides. So sine square is equal to 1 minus cosine square. Now using the square root method, sine x will be equal minus or plus, don't forget that, square root of 1 minus cosine square. So now we have to know whether the sign is positive or negative. So how do we know that? First of all, actually we're looking for cosine, not sine. Sine is given right here. But the same thing, cosine will be equal minus or plus square root of 1 minus sine square. Right? So we want to know if the cosine is positive or negative. Number 1, we know that the sine, by looking at the sine here, it's equal to 1 over square root of 15, which is positive. So we know the sine is positive in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. Right? Now it's given that the cosine is negative. We know the cosine is negative here and here in both of these quadrants. So sine is positive, cosine is negative, means we're in this quadrant, quadrant 2. Since we're in quadrant 2, well, cosine is negative, it's given anyway, they're telling you negative, so I don't know what I'm doing. Cosine is negative means we're only going to take a negative one. So it's negative square root of 1 minus sine square of x. Right? It's given that it's negative, so don't have to do any work. So cosine is equal minus square root 1 minus sine square. Sine is 1 over square root of 15, but we need to square that. This is equal minus square root 1 minus 1 square is 1, square root of 15 squared is 15. This is equal minus square root 1 minus 1, 15. 15 minus 1 is 14, so it's 14 over 15. So I'm going to go back here and write minus square root of 14 over 15. Or you can just rewrite it minus square root of 14 over square root of 15.